Razaban here for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm delighted to have with me on Zoom today the notorious Mr. Kash Ali. Kash, been a while. How are you doing?
Yeah, all good, bro. Thank you. Good. Yeah, it's been a while, innit? But I think last time I was in a car as well.
That's right. You were in a car. Hopefully, you've got out of the car since. I was just going through my phone this week, and I was like, "Who should I kind of approach for an interview?" And then I was looking at the shows coming up, and I realized that obviously you're fighting this week as well. Obviously, Fight Zone show, back in the ring again, second time in the year as well. So, firstly, let's start off with you. How have things been?
Yeah, things have been good. I just, like I said, I won that fight in May for the IBF European title. I won that. Like I said, been enjoying that, and I'll stay back in gym, to be honest. Back grafting and ready to make a first defense of my title. I'll be topping Bill in Sheffield this Saturday night, so I'm excited, actually, really looking forward to it.
I know you've known Richard Towers obviously a long time, but obviously only been working with him quite recently. But how's that chemistry been building up since?
Yeah, it's good. Me and Richard is, we used to train together years ago, like when I was young, young lad. I used to spar with him. So we've always had that relationship, friendship, but even used to train aside one another down at Ingles. And then once Richard went to Adam Boots, I should even go down there and do some training and spar with him. But now Richard's coaching, and it's come on good. I listen to him, I respect him anyway. But as a coach, I like what he does, and it's very effective for me. And you can see, I've had a lot of positive feedback after my last fight, what I had. So that clearly what we're doing is working. So I'm just going along with it and enjoying it, bro.
And I know you said last time when we spoke that you're really taking it serious now. You're not getting any younger. I know you mentioned last time you made mistakes in life, and now it's about focus and about making sure you capitalize on your ability with however many years you got left. So is it about, I know you're 19 and 1. We cannot forget that one. We obviously know those events that took place, but is it now head down? I want to get this 20-1 out of the way, and I want to push forward and see what comes.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Like I said, with this IBF, it'll put me this defense, probably few defenses. It'll put me in some big in the top 20, 15, or even 10. And like I said, when you're in that level, it's all big fights. Every fight's dangerous. But I mean, opponents who are well known, and that's what people want to see, don't they? Somebody can fight a dangerous opponent, but nobody knows. But then, like I said, people want to see the people who are known, who are popular, and the people in the top 15 and 10. That's who they are. So I think next to 12 to 18 months, that's the kind of big fights you'll see me in. And I've probably been under the radar not the last few years, but probably before the prize fight and whatnot. But now people know me for the right reasons. And you see in my last fight, I thought it was a good performance. And when I put my when I'm on it on the night, I let my hands do the talking.
Obviously, when you talk about being in the kind of top 15, top 10, you're obviously looking at world rank fighters. What about domestically? Obviously, there's some big names out there domestically as well that could potentially be big fights. Anyone out there that you think, I know Joe Joyce has got the British still. We don't know what's going on with him at the moment, but are there fighters here that you think, I can beat him, I want them?
Yeah, like if you look at the rankings, apart from the top 7, they're probably they're on the world scene, aren't they? Most likely. But then you've got people like in the top after the 7, like I said, you got people like Gorman, Nathan Gorman, and you got Wardley's, Webbs. And like I said, they fights that could happen definitely for the British level or European title or something. But like I said, I'm focusing on what I'm doing, and if them fights come along, I believe I'll be the winner out of them. But for now, I'm just focusing on what I'm doing, and whatever my managers and promoters do, I'm ready. That's it. Ready to roll.
Obviously, first and foremost, Saturday night, get the victory out of the way, celebrate however you're going to celebrate. And I look forward to hopefully seeing those celebrations on your Instagram again, and then hopefully move forward and see what comes early next year.
You'll have to come down and show me some Bangura, bro.
Listen, I'll bring the camera down. Listen, I'm the cameraman. I'll bring the camera down. and you show me how you
Do it, bro.
celebrate.
I'll just stand there and look hard, bro. And let the rest of them do the dancing.
Kash, I spoke just to you briefly, just off camera there. It looks like it's a heavyweight feast over the next couple of months. Just top of my head, obviously Joshua Usyk next week, followed by Fury Wilder. End of October, we've got Dylan White, Aj-Wallin, which is a great fight. Also just announced Chisora-Parker. I just kind of want to get your thoughts first. Obviously, next week, a man you know well, Anthony Joshua. I know you've sparred him a number of times in Sheffield against Alexander Usyk. Do you think this is Joshua's toughest test to date?
In different aspects. I won't see style make fights. I won't say maybe it's probably for stronger opponents. It's probably for, like I say, Vladimir Klitschko probably the most experienced opponent he fought. Ruiz is a strong come forward guy. But I think for boxing ability and the boxing brains, Usyk, you got to put Usyk up there. You know, he's the Olympic gold medalist. He boxed at super heavyweight as amateurs, and he's world champion cruiserweight. So it's an interesting fight, to be honest. Personally, I think it's what Joshua does more than what we know. I feel like I know what Usyk's going to do. You know, he's good at what he does. It's whether Joshua can capitalize on what he does, which I think, personally, I think Joshua should obviously cleverly just try to steamroll him. That's what I think personally. Use his muscle, use his size. Obviously not rushing head first, but just go in and just let his vicious combinations go. What he's got. I feel like the early part of Joshua's career was vicious with his combos. After the Ruiz fight, I can see him, his boxers a bit more. So I think he's got a better chance at knocking Usyk out instead of at the boxing. But we'll see. He looks kind of. I know I've seen Joshua looks kind of light, so it might turn into a boxing match, and someone might win on a split or something. Because Usyk can box anyway, so it's an interesting fight.
You mentioned obviously a couple of pictures were circling of Anthony Joshua. Looked like he's lost weight, lost a bit of muscle, and slimmed down, obviously purposely through his training regimes, etc. But does that imply to you that he's looking to move around a lot more and box off the back foot rather than go forward?
Yeah, most definitely, because he looks lean. You've seen some, even his last two fights after the Ruiz fight, the Pula fight, he looked a lot more relaxed, using his jab, using his boxing ability. But sometimes it depends who you're fighting. It's only sometimes that's going to work. With someone like Usyk, he probably doesn't want to get in a chess match with him. I don't think anyway, but you never know. Joshua's got the range, he's got the jab. So it's an interesting fight, isn't it? Both gold medalists and both championships in their own division at one time.
Kash, you've obviously been in the ring with obviously Chisora as well, and obviously Usyk's last performance against Chisora everybody saw. But Chisora was actually quite a tough person, especially the fact that he comes forward head down and comes swinging. And Usyk didn't manage that quite well. Yeah, he got hit clean, but he got the victory at the end of the night as well. And Joshua isn't that type of fighter that comes forward head down and rugged, etc. So is this going to be just a great testing fight for both fighters?
Yeah, definitely. Because one thing with Chisora, he comes forward, is in your face and he's physical. But with Usyk, he likes to southpaw, he likes to use angles. And see, Joshua, same. Joshua's gonna. I think he'll be a bit cagey at the start. You got southpaw and you got orthodox. Joshua will probably stick his jab out. He'll stick his right jab out. He'll probably be cagey, but I think Joshua's size should cause Usyk's problem. His size and strength should, but like I said, it depends what Joshua turns up.
Kash, if I refer that analogy to your fight with David Price, obviously you were smaller in height, you were smaller in weight as well. You were trying to get in range with Price. Price was trying to keep you at long range with his jab, and eventually David Price tied out. And I'm not saying comparing Joshua and Price are two completely different fighters. But is it almost similar in terms of size and height with Usyk and Joshua?
See, when I fought Price, the plan what I had, and I thought you were kind of working. I was like, I started to get inside. I tied him out with my jabs to body, jabs head, up and down, and tried to work inside. And I was before the incident happened. I kind of got close to that. But see, I don't think Usyk's not really. He doesn't really get inside, and he doesn't work the body. Maybe he does work the body, but he's not really inside kind of fighter. Even I think Usyk's probably gonna make him miss, make him pay, and he can't. You know what? You can't underestimate Usyk as well. See, now he knocked Tony Bellew out with that left hook, and see people. It could be kind of similar but longer because Joshua's a lot bigger than Tony Bellew, and Tony Bellew will maybe won a few rounds at start, but that was also just measuring him up, sizing him, measuring him, and then boom, hit him with that left hook and took him out. But with Joshua, it's going to be a bit more. He's going to need more rounds if he's going to knock Joshua. I think he's going to have to really tire him and then calculate the pressure. But it's a big ask. It's a big ask for. I think it's more ask for Pulev, not Pulev. What's his name? Alexander. What's his name? What's his name?
Usyk.
No. Usyk, yeah, it's going to be a big ask for Usyk to knock him out. But if he does, it'll be more in the later rounds, I think. If he makes Joshua pay, make him miss, tire him out, and then catch him with calculated shots. But it's going to be interesting. I'm really excited. It's going to be a good boxing match, I think.
If I was to pin you down and say, not physically, by the way, because I don't want to pin you down physically. I know what might happen to me. But what's kind of your prediction? How does it go? How does it end? Who wins?
I'd favour Joshua, but I won't be surprised if Usyk beats him. I won't be surprised. For me, I'm just favouring Joshua because of his size and strength, but that's about it. But if Usyk might be able to adapt to that, not get hit, make him miss, and he might start capitalising on Joshua's mistakes.
And obviously another fight announced today. It was rumoured over the last 24 hours, Dillian Whyte against Whyte-Wallin. Otto obviously coming off that great win against Dominic Brazil, convincingly beat him, gave Tyson Fury, 12 rounds of war as well. Obviously that dirty cut that Tyson had as well. But Dillian has proven yet over and over again when he steps it up and keeps fighting the best in the heavyweight division. Stylistically, a great fight.
We see with Dillian, he's always in good fights. He's had, to be honest, he's probably had, even including the champions, he's had some good unbeaten fights. He's fought good fighters, and all the way up to his. To consider he's not fought for the world title, he's fought some real good fighters. I think this Whyte-Wallin fight, I think it's going to be. I don't think it'll be the most. See, with Dillian fight, a lot of his fights, they're exciting back and forth. Because of Whyte-Wallin's style, Otto, I think he'll try to out. But Southpaw is a bit awkward. I don't know. I think it might be an awkward night for Dillian. I do think Dillian could catch up to him and break him down body shots, and he's got a good job. And Dillian is a better boxer than what people think he is. But I think with Whyte-Wallin, from what I've seen, he seems like he moves around a lot. He's a southpaw, and he could make it a long night for Joshua, for Dillian.
And obviously, it also announces just not long ago, Derek Chisora back in the ring, rematch against Joseph-Parker. You surprised that the rematch is taking place?
Not really. The first one was a very, very close fight. That could have gone either way. I know Chisora won he knocked Parker down in the first one, flash knockdown, and then, but Parker, it depends what kind of fight you watch. Parker probably landing the cleaner shots, a bit more effective, moving on his feet, and Chisora applying the pressure. So them kind of fights, when they're that close, it was a bit like the Chisora Dillian Whyte first fight. That was because that close, they had to do it again. So I think it's that same kind of thing. But it's same. That's another fight. It's another. All fights which is all that interesting. He's gonna come out. He's gonna be coming at him, and Parker knows what he needs to do. He's been there with him, so he needs to adapt that a little bit more and just not get hit as much.
Kash, I don't know what you were doing last Saturday after midnight. There was a show in America on Triller where David Haye fought his friend Joe Fournier. He then on the mic decided to call out Tyson Fury and said, "Let's get it on." Just want to get your thoughts.
Yeah, I don't know. I did watch it. I didn't watch it next day. I didn't watch it live, but I did watch it next day. Oh, David is still in shape. He can still. I don't know if he misses a sport or he's just. I don't know if it's making big money or whatever it is. But David is still in decent shape. He's still in half decent. He's not someone like some of the fighters are really, really past them. Like I said, some fights we've seen on there, they shouldn't be fighting. There's no. Really, they shouldn't. Or they should be fighting people on the same level. But I think with David A, he probably, if he wants to fight, should fight someone like probably knock out someone like them brothers Jake Pauls and the other one. But like I said, David A's had his good days, and he's had his cruiserweight, heavyweight days. So I like him as a fighter, and but I don't know. I don't know if he's calling Tyson Fury because he believes he'll beat him, or he just wants to. I don't know. I'm not sure.
But
it's got boxing a bit mad now.
That's what I'm saying. With this crazy boxing world now, like Evander Holyfield fighting at 58 years old, making millions, and David Haye fighting his friend and making millions. Jake Paul calling out all sorts of names and fighting Tyron Woodley. You just don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So would it be surprised to you if they even got in the ring?
Yeah, it's mad, bro. I don't know. Like I said, I think if they do it, they should do it. Maybe YouTuber versus YouTuber. You know, I think it's a piss take, to be honest. If when you got real fighters putting blood, sweat, and tears into the sport, just cause see, not every fighter becomes a champion, not every fighter becomes a millionaire, but they put the same. You know, sometimes you look on your side, and you got kids who are okay. Now I'm in a good position, but I've been there where you're running around selling tickets, where on the day you're worried about your opponent pulling out. You got to do this, you got to do that. There's kids putting their life into it, and then you get some YouTubers who all of a sudden don't probably never train. All of a sudden do a 6-week camp, and boom, they're making more than the world heavyweight champions.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think yeah.
So Kash, is going to end with you. Obviously, I know it is a couple of days away now from your fight. I'm sure training, all the hard work and blood and sweat tears have been put in. So just relax last couple of days and then just get ready for fight night.
Yeah, that's it. I've just finished steady just now, just as we speak. Just finished a good session up in gym. Just keeping sharp, ticking over, sweating it out, and ready for weighing tomorrow, and then ready for Saturday night. Ready to put a good performance on again, and hopefully a bit better than what I did last time. That's all we can do. Just chip away and be better than what we was last time, and just keep adjusting and making a little bit of improvements. And that's what I'm hoping to do.
No, absolutely. Kash, we wish you all the best on Saturday night. Hopefully we'll catch up over the weekend or early Monday. Hopefully when we do catch up, you're not sitting in your car again and you're in a different location. So it doesn't look like we set it up.
Yeah. Hopefully I will. I might be sat in some kebab shop after my fight.
No problem. I prefer kebab shop than your car. Kash, all the best. Thank you for your time, my man.
Okay, bro.
Kash Ali,
thank you
IFL
very
TV.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. See you, bro.